them back down, chin to chest, round through the spine, reaching those hands down, restack, back up tall. Let's go for 3 more here. Remember, you can always interlace those fingers up at the top and push the palms up to the ceiling if you would like to. 2 more. Beautiful. Last one, all the way down. Restack, back up tall. Reaching those hands up and overhead, interlacing the fingers, palms up. Then butterfly those arms back down by your side. Bring your chin to chest. Let's roll all the way back down now. We're going to hold this position, having our legs out long. Bend the knees, look forward. Straighten the legs, look back between the legs. Bend the knees, look forward. Straighten the legs, looking back between the legs. So the idea is we're just going to keep our fingertips in roughly the same position, whether that's on the mat or up in space, doesn't matter. Bending the knees, looking forward, straightening the legs, looking back between the legs. Beautiful. Let's go for 5, 4. That's it. Looking good, everyone. For 3, 2, and last ones. Let's restack the spine all the way back up tall, lifting those arms up and overhead. Butterfly them back down by your side. Nice work. Give those shoulders a nice little roll out while we're here as well. Okay, now we're going to come facing this way on our mat. So we're going to take our legs out as wide as we can here. So just getting those toes out as wide as we can, pointing the toes to the front corners of the mat. We're going to bring our chin to chest, round through the spine, reaching the hands down towards the mat. Then restack back up tall. Beautiful. Chin to chest, round, reach the hands down towards the mat. Restack, back up tall. Let's do 2 more here. Beautiful, doing really well. Last one, we're going to leave our hands down on the mat now. We're going to walk those hands forward and then walk the hands back. See how far back you can take those hands, back in between your legs. Walk the hands forward and then walk them back. Forward and back. Beautiful. Keep going here. Forward and back. Let's go for 3. For 2. And last ones. Then bring your hands back into the center of the mat. We're going to walk our hands over to the right, bending the right knee. We're going to hold here for a moment. And then we walk our hands over to the left, bending the left knee. Walking the hands back to the right, bend the right knee. Over to the left, bending the left knee. So we're just going to alternate from side to side. I really want you to sink in, find that stretch, and then walk your hands back the other way. Find that stretch, then walk the hands back the other way. Beautiful, that's looking really nice, everyone. Keep going here. We're going to do 2 more on each side, and then we bring the hands back to center. Last ones, each side. Then bring those hands back into center. Restack all the way back up tall, rolling the shoulders back. Okay, now what we're going to do now is we're going to roll back down, and if you want to watch me demonstrate first, feel free to watch. Bring your chin to chest. We come all the way down, reaching our hands to the mat. We're going to bend the right knee and walk the hands over to the right as we turn to face the right of the room, and then we drop the back knee, untuck the toes. Okay, so from this position, legs out wide, bring your chin to chest. Round, walk your hands, roll down, get your hands down to the mat. Then walk your hands around to the right as you bend the right knee. And then we're going to turn everything to face the right, Drop the back knee, untuck the toes. All right, now from here we're going to be moving into our lunge. So you can either leave your hands down on the mat or sit up onto your knee. And then we're just going to shift forward into our forward lunge. Okay? So if you have your hands down to the mat, you can have them on either side of the foot, off to the left, or if you want to sit up onto the knee. If you need a bit of a bolster or something to balance, feel free to, even if you've got a chair or a cushion, something just to hold on to, feel free to use that. My example is out of my reach. Let me grab it. You can use something like a roller or anything that you've got if you need that extra bit of balance. Okay, so from here you've got two options. We can either really sink into that lunge, or you can flow in and out of the stretch. In and out. Whatever feels best for your body today, whatever you think that your body needs. I will just say, if you're flowing in and out of the stretch, just see if you can sink down that little bit deeper every time you come forward. Now we're doing another 30 seconds here. Sinking a little bit deeper down into that hip. Let's go for another 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hands down to the mat. We're going to walk the hands back, straightening out that right leg. Now from here, you may already go, this is a really good stretch like it is, but if it's not, if you're not really feeling much of a stretch, start to point the toes up towards the ceiling. You can even grab hold of the toes and pull them towards your nose. Now use your other hand just to help balance you, or if you need a prop, again, you can use something like a roller or a cushion or a chair just to help balance. All right, continue holding here. We're going to do another 30 seconds. So with each breath out, see if you can get that little bit more out of the stretch. So can you reach those toes a little bit further up to the ceiling? Or can you point them a little bit further back towards your nose? All right, we're holding for another 10. Another 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now what we're going to do here is we're going to face back towards the left. So we're going to turn our foot, turn our knee, and then bring our hands down to the mat. So looking like so. So your leg is straight back, hands down to the mat. Your right leg is still long here. Bring the hands to the mat. We're going to bring the body over the wrists and then bring the bum back to the heel. So we come forward and back. We should feel that stretch on the inside of that right leg. Forward and back. Beautiful, that's it. Forward and back, just moving through that stretch. If you feel like you want that bit more of a stretch through the wrist, you can bring those shoulders right forward to stretch out those wrists and then drop your bum back down. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Walking the hands back around to meet your right foot. Bending that knee again. We're going to tuck the back toes, lift the knee up. From here, we're going to come back around to the left. So facing to the front. Let's do all of that over on the left side now. So we're going to walk those hands around, bending the left knee, coming all the way around, drop the back knee, untuck the toes. We're going to move into that forward lunge now. So if you'd like, you can leave your hands on either side of the mat, you can bring them off to the right, or you can hop up onto that knee and sink down into that stretch. Or of course, if you've got that little prop or bolster, just to help balance you. So either sinking down into that stretch or flowing in and out. Whatever you feel like you need today. And each time you breathe out, let's just see if we can sink that little bit deeper down into that stretch. Beautiful, that was really nice, everyone. We've got another 30 seconds here. See if you can get that little bit deeper down into that stretch, down into that hip. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hands down to the mat, walking the hands back, straightening out that left leg. Now again, if that's not enough of a stretch for you, start to point those toes up towards the ceiling. If you'd like, grab hold of the toes, pulling those toes back towards your nose. You can use your other hand just to help balance you here. Or again, if you've got that prop, you can use that to help balance as well. Alright, continuing to hold here, we've got 30 seconds left. With each breath out, let's see if we can pull those toes up a little bit higher towards the roof or back towards our nose. Got another 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Walking the hands around to the right now. Keeping that left leg straight, turn everything to face to the right. Place the hands right down onto the mat, and we're going to move back and forward. Back and forward. Bring your bum down towards your heel, and then bringing those shoulders over the wrists, and then back down. Let's go for 3, 2, and 1. All right, walking our hands back around to meet the left foot. Tuck the back toes, lift. We're going to walk back around to center. Restack all the way back up tall. And then we're going to come down to the end of our mat. Chin to chest, round through the spine, reach the hands down to the mat. If you need to bend the knees here to get your hands down, feel free to, and then walk those hands out. Gently dropping the knees down, untuck the toes into child's pose. Get a nice long stretch through the spine, reaching those fingertips as far forward as you can, pushing your bum down towards your heels. Okay, we're going to lift into our angry cat now, rounding that spine up. Drop the waistband down towards the mat into cobra, look up to the ceiling. Round the spine back through angry cat, sinking back down into child's pose. We lift into angry cat, rounding that spine. Drop the waistband down into cobra, looking up. Round the spine back through angry cat, sinking back down into child's pose. So let's breathe in through angry cat, out through cobra, in through angry cat, out through child's pose. So we breathe in each time we come into angry cat, and out every time we come into cobra or child's pose. And again, just find your own rhythm here, finding your own pace. If you feel like you need to sink into one position for a little bit longer, feel free to do that as well. If you're a bit sore in the abs, cobra can feel really nice. Breathing in through angry cat, rounding that spine up to the ceiling, and sinking down into your child's pose or your cobra. Beautiful, keep going here. Rounding that spine. We'll do 3 more. all the way forward and all the way back. Breathing in through angry cat, out through cobra and child's pose. 2 more. Rounding that spine. Last one, we'll all meet back in child's pose when we're done. Once you're back into your child's pose, reaching those fingertips as far forward as you can. Feel that nice long stretch through the spine. We're now going to come into our pigeon pose. So you've got 2 ways of getting into pigeon. You can either come from all fours, where you slide the knee forward, slide the knee back, or come through a pike, where you're on all fours, tuck the toes, lift the bum up to the ceiling, and then drop your knee down in between your hands. Drop the back knee, untuck the toes. Okay, now from here, if you need to reposition that foot to get more out of that stretch, grab your ankle and just pull it out a little bit further and then come back down into your preferred position. So you might like to stay on your hands, bring the forearms down, your head or your body, whatever works best for you. We're going to hold this position for about 60 seconds. So with each breath out, we sink deeper down into that hip. You can imagine that balloon sitting inside your hip. As you breathe in, the balloon expands. And as you breathe out, you sink deeper down into that hip. Breathe in, expand the balloon. Breathe out, squeeze all of the air out of the balloon, sinking deeper down. All right, we've got 20 seconds left here, and then we'll swap sides. Another 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Push your hands into the mat. If you're coming through a pike, we tuck the back toes, lift the bum up to the ceiling, take the leg back and swap sides. If you're coming from all fours, we're just going to slide that knee back and then slide the other knee forward and then slide the back knee back a little bit further. Coming into your preferred position, whether that's hands, forearms, head down or body down onto the mat. And again, if you need a little bit more from that stretch, grab your foot, pull it out on a little bit more of an angle, and then slide back down into your stretch. All right, now with each breath out, we're sinking a little bit deeper down into that hip. You can imagine that balloon sitting inside your other hip now. And as you breathe in, the balloon expands. And as you breathe out, all of the air pushes out of the balloon as you sink deeper down into the hip. 30 seconds to go. Sinking deeper down into the hip with each breath out. 10 seconds left here. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Push the hands into the mat. Either come through your pike or just slide your knee back into all fours. If you're coming through pike, tuck the back toes, lift the leg up, and then gently drop those knees down. Pushing back into child's pose, untucking the toes, reaching those fingertips forward. All right, now from here, we're going to keep walking the fingertips forward as we lift the bum up towards the ceiling. If you can rest your forehead down onto the mat. We're going to bring our left hand and thread the needle through underneath the right arm and look through to those fingertips. All right, now we're just going to hold this position for about 20 seconds. Just Taking those nice deep breaths in and out. Holding for another 10. Another 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring that hand back out long. Right hand now threads through. We're going to look through to those fingertips. Holding this position for 20 seconds. Beautiful, that's it. Holding here. Let's hold for another 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Reaching those fingertips forward. Let's start to walk our hands back down, bringing our bum back down towards our heels. All right, we're going to work into over to a seated position now. So if you like to cross the feet over, walk the hands back and flip over onto your bum, or however you like to get to a seated position is fine. All right, let's do some spine stretch. So get those legs out nice and wide. For those that know what they're doing, feel free to just jump straight into it. We're going to point the toes up towards the ceiling, arms out in front, drop them down to the mat. Chin to chest, round through the spine, then we push forward, pulse 1, 2, and 3. Sit back up tall. Chin to chest, round the spine, forward 1, 2, 3. Back up tall. Now, if you're finding you've got your legs out long and you're still rounding your spine, you can't quite get that height, take a little bend in the knees or pop a pillow under your bum, and that can just help with that height. So pointing the toes up towards the ceiling, getting the hands down to the mat, chin to chest, round through the spine, forward 1, 2, 3, back up tall. Beautiful, looking nice everyone. Keep going here, chin to chest, forward 1, 2, 3, back up tall. Now let's find a point where we're getting our fingertips to and see if we can get them just that little bit further with each pulse. Chin to chest, round the spine, push forward, 1, 2, 3, back up tall. 3 more here. 1, 2, 3, back up tall. 2 more. Chin to chest, round the spine. Let's get those toes pointed up towards the ceiling so we're stretching the hamstrings as well. And last ones, chin to chest, round the spine, forward 1, 2, and 3. Back up tall. Bring your hands over your right leg now. So one hand on either side of the right leg. We're going to do the same thing. We've got 5 here, okay? Chin to chest, round the spine, come forward 1, 2, 3. Back up tall. Chin to chest, round the spine, forward 1, 2, 3. Back up tall. Chin to chest, round the spine. 1, 2, 3. Back up tall. 2 more and then we'll go over to the left. 1, 2, 3. Back up tall. Last one. Beautiful. Over to the left now. One hand on either side of the left leg. Chin to chest, round, 1, 2, 3, back up tall. Chin to chest, round that spine. 1, 2, 3, back up tall. Making sure those toes are still pointed up to the ceiling. 2 more. Back up tall, and last one. 1, 2, 3, back up tall. Beautiful. Bring those legs back in together now. We're going to place our right foot into the side of our left leg. Now from here, we're going to bring our chin to chest and lower our torso over our left leg, bringing our hands to wherever we can on the leg, whether that's, well, anywhere on the leg. And we're going to just help use those hands to help drag you further down towards your knee. Like you can grab hold of the toes or the ankle, the calf, wherever that is. And we're just going to hold here. With each breath out, see if you can get a little bit deeper down into that stretch. Holding for another 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lifting back up. Nice work. Let's swap sides. Take that leg back out long. Left foot into the side of the right leg. Again, chin to chest, round through the spine. Lower your torso over your right leg. Grabbing hold of wherever you can on the leg just to help pull your torso down towards your leg. Holding here for another 20. Another 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Sitting back up tall. Beautiful. Take both legs out long. Bring your right knee up towards the ceiling. We're going to take our right foot and place it over our left leg. From here, left hand comes over and we're just going to hook our elbow onto that knee and look behind. Beautiful, that's it. We're going to hold here for 20 seconds. Just taking those nice deep breaths in and out. Holding for another 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's swap sides. So we place the left foot over the right leg. Now our right hand hooks onto our left knee and we're going to look to the wall behind. And we'll hold here for 20 seconds. Beautiful, that's it. Holding for another 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming back up. Nice work. All right, we're going to come into a zigzag sit now. So our right leg is going to be in front, left leg down by our side. Now, if this isn't comfortable for anyone, you can sit cross-legged, but just give me a wave if you're sitting cross-legged, just so I know. But I think everybody is good here. Beautiful. Okay, we're going to bring our hands directly down the center. Depending on the surface, either slide or walk those hands down as far as you can. Reaching those fingertips down as far away as possible. We're going to hold here for 20 seconds. Now with each breath out, just see if you can reach those fingertips a little bit further away. That's it. Holding here for another 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Walk the hands back up. Now we've got our right leg in front, which means we're going to bring our hands around to the left. So this one's not super comfortable. We're just going to reach the fingertips around as far as we can, and we're just going to hold here for 20 seconds. And again, with each breath out, we just see if we can walk those fingertips just a little bit further down the mat. That's it. Continue holding here. We've got 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming back up. Nice work. Bringing the hands back behind now. Now we're going to walk them back as far as we can, but if you would like, if you feel like your body's going to allow you today, you can drop down onto your forearms, whatever works best for you, and just look up towards the ceiling. So hopefully feeling a nice stretch down that left leg now in those hip flexor there. Holding for 20 seconds. Holding for another 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming back up. Bringing the hands over to the right now. So right leg's in front, hands are to the right. Walk or slide those fingertips away from the body, resting the forehead down onto the mat if you can. And again, with each breath out, we see if we can slide a little bit further down. Continue holding here. We're going to hold for another 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Walking the hands back up. Beautiful, nice work. All right, now keeping your legs where they are, we're going to bring our arms out to a T. We're going to drop our right forearm down to the mat, rainbowing the arm all the way over. And then bring that left hand down to the mat, rainbow the right arm over. Right hand down, rainbow the left. Left hand down, rainbow the right. So hopefully when you come down to the right, you should be able to get that right forearm down. Depending on your flexibility, I have seen some people be able to get their left forearm down, but it is quite difficult. So just bring the left hand down to the mat. Just taking your time here, finding your own rhythm. Beautiful, let's go for 3. For 2. And last one's each way. And then we're going to swap those legs around. Alright, so left leg in front, right leg down by our side. Starting by bringing the hands to the center. Walk or slide those fingertips down away from the body, reaching those fingertips as far away as you can. Get a nice long stretch through the spine. You might feel this stretch a little bit in the glutes or a little bit in the side of the body. Continue holding here for another 10. Another 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Walk the hands back up, bringing the hands over to the right side now, so the more uncomfortable side. Now with each breath out, let's see if we can get those fingertips just a little bit further away, even if it's only a centimetre. Beautiful, that's it. We're holding for another 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming back up. Nice work. Bring the hands back behind now. Walking them back. Now again, we can either just continue to walk the hands back, or if you feel like you've got it today, just drop down onto the forearms, looking up towards the ceiling. And we'll hold here for 20. That's it, holding here for another 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Walking the hands back up. Over to the left side now. Sliding or walking those fingertips away, reaching them down as far as you can. Place your forehead onto the mat if you'd like. Reaching those fingertips further away with each breath out. We've got 20 seconds here. Holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Walking those hands back up, arms out to a T. Left forearm comes down onto the mat. We rainbow the right arm. Right hand places onto the mat. Rainbow the left arm. Again, just find your own rhythm and your own pace here. We're going for 4. 3. 2. And last one's each way. Beautiful. Okay, from here, we're going to come down onto our side. So we'll probably start with our right side first. So just try and face towards the camera so you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to come down onto our side. Now we're going to take our arm directly out in front, resting our head down onto the mat, and we're keeping a deep bend in both knees, keeping them stacked on top of each other. Our left hand is going to reach over the right hand. We're going to really reach over it, so a good palms distance in front. We're going to take the arm back behind into our arm circles, looking up towards the ceiling. Bring that hand back down past our waist, all the way around. So into those arm circles. Now, if you're like me and you're going to hit something with your arm, or if you feel a bit niggly in your shoulders, just bring your hand into your armpit and draw those circles with your elbow. So bigger circles we've got here, and really allow your body to move with that arm. So we get a bit of a spine twist. We're looking up towards the ceiling. And as that hand comes back past the other hand, I still want you to really reach over the hand. So it's still a good palms distance over the right hand. Let's go 3 more in this direction, and then we're going to swap directions. 2 more. And last one. Bring that hand back over the right hand. We go down past the waistband, up, over past the head and around. Bigger circles you've got here, and still allowing your spine to move with that arm. Beautiful, that's it. Of course, you can draw those circles with your elbow if you need. For 3, 2, and last one. Bring that hand back over the other hand. I'm just going to shuffle forward a little bit. So we're going to lift the hand up to the ceiling. Take it all the way back behind. See if you can rest your arm down onto the mat. Now, if you're finding that you've taken that arm back and your shoulder can't quite get down onto the mat and it feels a little bit uncomfortable to hold, grab a pillow, and I'll just demonstrate on the other side, and just rest the arm back down into the pillow. So it just takes a bit of the pressure off, but also just allows you to rest into that position. So we're keeping our knees stacked on top of each other here, over to the right, just looking up towards the ceiling, or over to the left. Just going to hold here for 20 seconds. Just going to think about relaxing all of those muscles through our chest, our shoulders, and our arms. Letting them all just melt down into the mat. Continue to hold for another 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift the knees up towards the ceiling. We're going to roll straight over to the other side. If you want to see me, you can just turn around and face towards the camera, or just roll over and we get started with our arm circles. So again, this right hand is reaching a good palm distance in front of the left hand, up behind the head, down past the waistband, up and around. Bigger circles you've got here. And if you're a bit niggly in the shoulder, or you're going to hit something with your hand, draw those circles with your elbow. Beautiful. Let's go for 3, 2, and 1. Last big circle, and then back the other way. Reaching that hand over the other hand, we go back down past the waist, bend up and around. Let's go for 3, 2, and 1. Bring that hand back over. We lift our right hand up towards the roof and then back down onto the mat, keeping your knees stacked on top of each other here, either looking to the ceiling or over to the right. Again, if you can't get your shoulder down onto the mat and it feels uncomfortable, grab that pillow and pop it right behind your shoulder, resting the arm down onto that pillow. Alright, we're going to hold here for another 20 seconds. And again, we're going to think about relaxing all of those muscles in our chest, shoulders and arms, and just letting them melt down into the ground. Letting any tension just release out through the fingertips. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift the knees up to the ceiling now. We're going to place our right hand on our belly, left hand on our chest. We're just going to do some normal breathing here. So breathing in and out, and just feeling your left hand on your chest lifting and rising with your breath. Now paying attention to your left hand. You're going to breathe into the belly, pushing that hand up, and then breathing out, letting that hand drop back down towards the mat. Breathing in, lifting that hand. So we're breathing into our belly here. And breathing out, letting the hand drop down. So we're giving the diaphragm a bit of a stretch today. Breathing into the belly. Breathing out, letting that hand drop down towards the mat. One more deep breath in and out. And we're all done. Feel free to give those knees a little rock side to side if you like. But other than that, hope you have a nice evening, feeling all relaxed and ready for bed.